All right. So that was quite fun. The stream was acting all weird. It froze. Sorry, everyone. The stream there we go. 8 people. Sweet. We're back. So the stream froze, and I tried to restart my phone twice, and the stream would resume, and it would like not allow me to do anything on it. It was like frozen. I actually got a salad. I get their chef salad. It's not bad. I'm trying to be on a diet. I lost about, I don't know, 12 pounds since I realized that it was time to go on a diet. So let's go forward here. I'm going to take a different route back so you guys don't see the same thing. And it's a little bit longer, but I had to throw the charger up on here. Hey, Bob, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that video. I thought it might be a little bit boring, or like some of the terminology might be a little bit, but I tried to explain some of the terminology that might have been confusing. So yeah, for some reason their chef salad here is really good. It actually is like, it's not like gas station food. It has spinach, cold cuts, eggs. They have these crispy jalapeno bites, which I'm addicted to like crack. I wouldn't know what that's like though, thankfully. So okay, so let me, what's up, James? Yeah, too. Did you guys bet on who was gonna have what I was gonna title this? Oh, I can't U-turn here. I didn't, and I'm not gonna try it either because that's wrong. What I'll do is I'll make another U-turn at a place where I can. Oh, hey, Terrence. I mean, it was kind of funny what happened. So, it just froze twice. I just wasn't sure what to do. And yeah. Okay, so let me, I'll get to the other questions in just a sec. I gotta make sure I don't usually make a U-turn right here because this is the way home, but I'm going to take a different route home so I can talk to you guys some more. Okay. I just watched the seed video. Student Robert. Oh, cool. So Terrence, Sable Birmingham is a nickname for what I believe to be a variation or some sort of hybrid of one of the Mexican sables in minor, or maybe minor with actually with palmetto, like a very robust minor in palmetto. There might be Sable bermudiana in it, but Birmingham is not a valid species. There's nothing like it that has ever been kind of determined. It was growing in Birmingham. Someone found it, and I believe it was picked up from somewhere. I believe it's a variation of Sable mexicana. But you guys like the Florida palm video too. Good. I want to get more species stuff. The problem is that around here I don't have as many collectors, and I'm not traveling as much as I was before. So I already went to Wawa, which is right there. Oh, I got the green arrow and everything. So I'm going down. I was actually on this road last night, just further south. Yeah, I've actually seen Sable minor Louisiana in habitat because I've been to Louisiana 3 times. My temp tonight is 69 Fahrenheit, so about 20 Celsius. any tall ones of. I mean, the leaves are tall. They can get to 10, 12 feet, but the trunk itself really never really forms a maybe like the biggest ones I've seen are like 3 feet of uncleared trunk. So yeah, it's nice out. Unfortunately, it's been like the first real warmer night in a while. I mean, typically we had a warmer day. Actually, it's 70 now, so it's going to be about 5 to 6 Celsius, about 6 Celsius tomorrow night because we're having rain. We're getting a thunderstorm late night tonight, and then we are, and it's just going to be cold. My coconut handle nighttime lows. So Mercury, the usual way you determine a coconut being able to grow in a given climate is every month should have my mom is trying to get on the live feed, but she doesn't really quite understand how to sign up for an account. I'll have to help her out. Hey, BL. Yeah, you want every month to be above about 15 Celsius as a mean temperature. So if it's like 80 during the day and like 55 at night, that's okay. And if it's like, like here are Fahrenheit, and it's like during this month, the average high is about 75 and the low is 55. So the average is 65. And 64 is like what is considered tropical if you have a median temperature of 64 degrees for every month of the year. That's what the Köppen climate classification determines as a tropical climate. So you can have tropical desert. Anyway, coconuts, I mean, for example, they grow up in Bradenton, and Bradenton's average is around 62.5 Fahrenheit this time of year. So, but it is mild, it is humid, so that certain things can add to that. St. Pete is the same way. Like the average high is only like it's only about 20 Celsius and a low of, but it doesn't get that chilly. So it's kind of, if you can add some heat during the day, like California, if it's a very sunny location that's also doesn't get frost, you can give it a try. I don't know how the coconuts work there between Brisbane and Sydney. I know it doesn't like really get you don't really get frost there, or you don't really get down to freezing, which is a good thing. So yeah, it's going to be the high, basically whatever temperature it is at midnight is the warmest temperature it's going to be all day tomorrow, and then just going to go down and just kind of stay there in the 60s Fahrenheit, and then we're passing. I'm going to drive through more of the industrial area, kind of older industrial area of Cape Coral. Sometimes you'll just see coconuts kind of just germinated on the side of the canals here. These are saltwater canals because we're actually pretty close to the river. It's about 3/4 of a mile to the east of me, which is to the left right now. This is where my mechanic is and stuff like that. Yeah, so the Corona coconut, I have every reason to believe that it gets artificial heat in the winter. During the day, it probably is warmer there than it is, say, like along like Santa Monica, Venice area, even though that's a mild area. But if it's getting into the 70s every day, or getting heat, getting full sun, that's what the coconuts want. Coconut is like a great example of a palm that just doesn't want any shade. Like it doesn't need any shade, doesn't want it. Copernices are also like that. I think I'm going a little too fast for this area. Definitely for this turn. Alright, so it probably is surrounded by concrete, which will hold in heat and exhale the heat or expire the heat. But when it's cold, it gets cold. So if the concrete is heated up around it, as those soil temperatures are going to stay high, like above 70 Fahrenheit. I've seen coconuts in some odd areas, and I just have to assume that there's some kind of heat source that either, intentional or unintentional, that keeps these coconuts going, because, or there's some odd genetic defect. I mean, I don't know if coconuts are sold regularly at like big box stores in California. I'm guessing that they are. They seem readily available. No one ever in California really asking for coconuts. So this is kind of like the city center that they built here. It's not in the middle of the city. It's just where they built it. There's a police station, the tax collector, the driver's license, place to get your license, some other things. You don't want to run. That's a police station right there. Yeah, the thing is, I highly doubt that it does produce viable seed or wood. It just requires a lot of energy to put those coconuts out. They weigh a couple pounds. It takes a lot of energy away from the leaves growing, and they struggle as they struggle to put out enough leaves in the summer to hold on to them in the wintertime. It's more like a survival thing than it is like a thriving. You have plants that thrive in California and plants that survive. And a lot of the Caribbean plants just kind of survive. They grow slowly. Some of the ones that grow near the coast just don't really grow much at all. But some palms like that cool weather, and there's some palms you can grow near the coast that you can't grow inland, like Lepidorhacus and Hediosepi, which are native to Lord Howe Island. I'm pretty close to home now, but I will still answer some questions. That sound is not desirable. And this guy's jamming out to Fleetwood Mac here. Yeah, Darwin is a unique area. I know a grower in Catherine, but I don't really know anyone in Darwin. Should be fun. I imagine it's quite hot. And that trip is... How long is that trip from you to Darwin? 12 hours? By car? Yeah, there's some great alternatives to coconuts. Depending on if for more subtropical climates, humid, you can go for Beccaria Phoenix alfredii. I think I've done a video on alfredii. It looks pretty close to a coconut. I mean, it's as close as it gets, in my opinion. Otherwise, you can do other ones in the genus. My personal favorite is Jubaeopsis. And then I would do a video on Jubaeopsis, but there are no big ones that I know of in Florida. There used to be a huge one at Gazella Copsic in St. Pete. It had 4 heads. It's like a clumping coconut. I mean, it looks, in my opinion, it looks cooler than a coconut. But it died of Ganoderma about 7 or 8 years ago. And it takes a while to grow. They're native to South Africa, which is weird because every other member of that family is native to Central and South America. It's the only one that is native to that area, that is native to the old world, so to speak. There goes one of those owls. I don't know if you guys saw that. Yeah, you can definitely grow a coconut in a greenhouse. You just need sun. Sun and water are key. Well draining soil, humidity. If you can recreate that, then you're fine. I kept a coconut alive in Richmond, Virginia, indoors. 2,400 kilometers. So that is about, let's see, that's 1,500 miles. It sounds, that's a hell of a ride. I know it's on a direct route. Well, I mean, by definition, a sterile coconut would be one that wouldn't have an embryo in it. So no, you wouldn't be able to grow it sterile. You have two seedlings of coconuts, Daniel. Oh, but Caryophoenix, I think, is what you were talking about. Sorry. The problem is I can only see 3 or 4 messages in the window. Here, I'm good. Oh, not coming your way. Are there any palms native to northern Italy? Yeah, kind of. The Chamaerops humilis is native to southern France, Spain, and Italy, although it's more like central. Like I think it starts in Tuscany. I don't know if it grows in Genoa, or but not like in the north, like not in the Milan Turin area. I mean, they'll grow there. You can grow trachees there. They can even grow in Switzerland. So, oh, you have Jubaeopsis. Gus, how you doing from the LBC? I feel bad because I'm coming home here now, but I'll talk for a few minutes. Ashley wants to watch MasterChef, and I'm kind of hungry, but you know, salad can wait. All right, hold on. Pull in here. I'm leaving my all-weather mats to take the storm in. So let's see here. No fruits. Good patio palm. I would say no. Phoenix triclinata is a palm that just needs a lot of room, and even if you want to like bring it, you're gonna be unhappy with getting stuck with thorns all the time. But yeah, Jubaeopsis is quite the. So in that family you have it's the Butinii subfamily of palms. You have Butea, Syagris, and Jubea. Then you have Parajubea, Lidocarium, Jubaeopsis. I think Adelea is in it too. Yeah, pretty much all the. If you see like a coconut has 3 eyes. If you have 3 eyes in the seed, then it's related. I don't. Yeah, because there's a species native to off the coast of the Juan Fernandez Islands off of Chile called Juania australis, and it is the palm that likes more chilly weather than any other. It grows. It's related to Ravinia, the majesty palm, but it grows just on these islands. It's very weird. It doesn't like any temperature above 75 to 80. It doesn't like anything below like 45 to 50. And it grows, well, I mean, it'll take it, but it likes that temperature range. So it's terrible for Florida. But it grows in San Francisco, in Ireland, parts of like cooler parts of New Zealand. And I imagine like Southern Australia might be good. Heterospath elata, good for Cali. No, I wouldn't grow heterospath in California. It's definitely like a more tropical-ish. It has more coconut-like requirements. Doesn't like a lot of cool weather. There's a couple other heterospath that would do well. Heterospath glauca, or what I think is now called Barfortii. I have to forget. They renamed it. Dipsis Jurassic Park. Yeah, I'll tell you a story about Jurassic Park. About 2006, one of my good friends, his name was Tri, Tri. He was Vietnamese, and he had contacted me through just a palm forum, and he told me at first I was kind of skeptical because it just seemed kind of weird, but he he said he collected Malagasy palms, and to come to his place in Fort Lauderdale to come check it out. So I said, sure, I'll come by. And so I drove down there, and I was amazed at what he was growing there. And he had imported all these dipsis from Australian growers. In fact, Australians have a lot of the best dipsis besides the Hawaiians. Um, I mean, sorry, Australians have the best, and then Hawaiian. Well, they kind of both have good stuff. And he actually got in contact with someone in Madagascar and was able to import a few seedlings. And as it grew bigger, he's like, "Man, this plant, it just doesn't look like dips. It was supposed to, he thought it was Dipsis canaliculata, and um, he's like, but it looks a little more different. It looks more archaic." He's like, I think it should just be called like Jurassic Park." And I was like, "That's a good name for it." And sure enough, like a few years later, all of a sudden I see this palm offered for sale as Dipsis species Jurassic Park. So, um, oh really? So yes, that's how Jurassic Park got its name. Um, Tree has since passed about 5-6 years ago, unfortunately. But he's a really nice guy. But yeah, the Palm Society of Southern California banquet. Yeah, there's a lot of cool guys. I know a lot of guys there that I met a lot of them. I don't know if you know Bill Sanford, Len Geiger, Gary Levine. Larry Noblick is a really humble, really nice guy. He works down in Miami. I got to talk with him a lot because I worked literally 100 yards away from his lab, and he's very knowledgeable. He really focuses on South American plants, but he does a lot of good work. He's probably John Dransfield's kind of gone and retired. He's kind of like I'd say number one botanist as far as like in America. So not that John Dransfield's British, but yeah, you can, if you come to Miami, you can just go into Montgomery and ask to meet him, and he's actually a very nice guy. There are some interesting characters in the palm world, and he's not. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the details of why he passed, but it was unexpected. He was he had a lot of cool things before. I'll give you an idea. He had a 9-foot Lemuro Phoenix 12 years ago, which was like unheard of. In fact, I didn't even believe him until I saw it in person, and then it died in one of the hurricanes. So, yeah, he had a lot of interesting things. I still keep in touch with his brother, though. His brother lives in Santa Clarita, out there in the northwest, just northwest of San Fernando Valley. So, yeah, I'm kind of starving, guys. You know what I might do if Ashley passes out and goes to sleep early? I know you guys probably won't be up that late, or at least on the East Coast. The web tech. Yeah, so you know these guys, Len, Bill, Gary. Who else? I know Jack Sayers. Okay, Daniel, I'll keep them coming for sure. Have a good day. I might try and get on my computer and do this. I don't know how well my mic is. I remember being kind of iffy, but I enjoy you guys. I enjoy live streaming and interacting with you guys, regularly, and do this, sort of as a way of I don't know, just keeping up on palms. Back on at midnight. Yeah, I want to go eat, and I need a shower. I haven't even shaved or anything today, so it's just one thing I love doing every day is shaving because I don't really like facial hair. So, yeah, I'll see if I can't get back on for a little while. I stay up late. I have a really weird sleeping schedule. I actually sleep twice a day. That's why you'll never see me in the middle of the day. You never see me in like the middle of the night. So I might go back on if you guys come on. Great. If not, at least I tried. So have a good evening, guys, and I may see you all later. All right. Okay. I'm an insomniac too. So I totally understand. So hopefully, yeah, I'll see you guys later. And otherwise, enjoy your day or evening. Oh yeah, Kevin Weaver, yeah, for sure. See you later, Simon. Hang 10.